I've just pulled a phone out. No way. What's up everybody? It's been about 6 years now since my last video, so I figured it's time to get back on the hype. It's the beginning of 2026, so it's a new year, it's a new start. Today, for the first time, I'm out going pike fishing. I have done a tiny bit of carp fishing. I've caught between 30 and 40 carp, but it was the spinning aspect that I really wanted to try out. So I've gone today to Angling Direct and I bought a full pike set up. So I'm just walking along to canal now and we'll see what we can get. It's 3 degrees C. It's about 2:30 p.m. so I don't know if it's the right time of day for pike. I don't know if the conditions are right for them to feed, but you know, the guy in the shop just gave me a couple of pointers, so I'm just going to work in the cracks and crevices of a couple of bridges down by the canal and we'll see if I can get my very first pike. Okay, so it has taken me a little minute, probably 20 minutes actually, to get everything set up because I wasn't quite sure what lure to get on the end here, but I've seen a couple of splashes going on behind me, so I've chose this spot for the minute. I'm not too fussed at first if I get anything on or not, because I just want to get a couple of casts in to get practice in, but hopefully after a couple then I'll start aiming for the spots where I saw the few splashes and we'll get something on. Right, I've just done a couple of practice chucks and I could have sworn I just turned the camera off and I think something was on. It could have been a snag because I'm not quite sure what the feeling is yet, but there was definitely something stuck on the end, so I'll leave the camera running from now just to be sure we don't miss anything. Okay, it was a snag. It's quite snaggy on the other side, so it was definitely caught in those bushes somewhere, so I'll try and go away from them. My first catch, a leaf. That's 2 leaves. Okay, I've got a feel for the casting now, so I'm going to start shooting under the bridge a little bit and see what I get from there. Of all the things to catch, how can I get a rock? I've done about 20 casts here now, so I'm going to start walking. I'll keep my bag on and just keep moving along, moving towards Nottingham city centre now. Try a couple of these bridges, so I'm not seeing much movement, and if there ain't fish there, there ain't fish there, so I'm just going to keep it moving and hope for the best. Right, I'm moving on. I'm going for a little walk just up here, but I can definitely see the difference in carp fishing. I mean, not just the repetitive casting, but you can literally feel every little twig on the floor as you're wheeling in. Yeah, and you can feel those snags pulling proper. I've had a few where I've had to keep walking backwards and forwards to try and get it loose. Yeah, as I say, I don't know if it's the right conditions. I don't know if you're supposed to be looking for certain movements in the water. Obviously, if you spot a fish, then there's going to be a fish to catch, so that's where you'd sort of be casting right towards him. but I am focusing on the bridges. There's plenty along the Nottingham Canal here, so I'll keep walking, I'll keep moving, and hopefully before I go home I'll have at least one bite on. Right, I'm at the next spot. I'm going to try and cast somewhere between there, hoping that it's a nice dark place for them to hide away, hoping that's where Pike might hang out. There is a bunch of guys, 2 people about 30 meters that way, so either they know something I don't about where to fish, but hopefully this will be a good spot. So let's try and catch something. Snags straight away. Right, I've tightened my tension a little bit because I'm just getting caught on absolutely everything.
Just started.
Yeah, just started.
Yeah, that's it. You alright, mate? That's a nice little setup.
I've got some on, but it's not a fish. Little bit of river clearing while we're here. I'm catching everything apart from fish. Nothing but leaves and bags at the minute. Right, I'm changing positions again. I'm keeping it moving. It is cold. It's probably dropping down to closer to 0 at the minute. So again, is that a good condition to catch a pike? I don't know, but I'm hopeful we might catch something. That being said, I think I've only got about 30-45 minutes of sun left, so you know, at least I'm getting some practice in with the casting. Even if I don't catch anything, it's still a good time. Maybe it's just my technique, but it seems every time I cast I'm either pulling a leaf out or I'm getting stuck on something almost straight away. So I don't know, am I letting it hit the bottom too soon? At least someone more knowledgeable might be able to judge me in the comments. Just pulled a phone out. No way. Of all the things, it's not even a toy phone either, it's a real phone, a Samsung. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm doing a few more casts here and then I'm moving on a bit more, but I'm still shocked that I've just pulled this phone out. I mean, there's nothing to even hook on it, and there we go. I wonder later if I can get it to turn on. You know, I know the battery's going to be completely dead, but you'll never know. I'll dry it out and find a way. Maybe we can find the owner. I tell you what, this day is getting weirder. So I don't know if you can see the 2 people walking behind me, but that's a guy I haven't seen since school for about, I don't know, it's been 16 years I think, and he was in my tutor group. He's actually Polish and he came into our school about, I think, the 2nd year, so year 8. That is just weird, just walking down here, and I was like, is that you? And he's like, who are you? And then he clocked it. I didn't even tell him my name and he knew who I was. Right, that's weird. So anyway, this is the next spot right here. He said that he's been down here for the past 4 weeks and he's only caught 1 fish. So, you know, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, but I'm going to keep trying anyway. You know, I'm not going to give up. So let's see what we can do in that time. Let's carry on. So I've seen a little bit of movement around here, so I'm hoping for the best. So let's get a few more casts in while we've still got a bit of daylight left. Well, apart from getting snags every cast, I'm not seeing anything at all, any movement anymore. I'm going to keep walking it, but basically every time I cast in, I'm having to walk to the other side of the line just to try and get it loose from whatever it's caught on. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully we'll get a fish soon. I'll tell you what else as well. I'm not really getting on with this reel. I don't know what purpose this serves, but it's got like a play motion in there. And while I'm casting, it's wobbling all over the place. I don't know what kind of function that serves, but obviously it keeps catching here as well. So that's not for me. Snag straight away. Right, there is a slightly darker spot just over here. It's a bit more shaded. Well, I say shaded, I mean it's dark for more fish to hide. So I'm going to try a few casts there, but I am worried because a lot of that leafage is going to come underwater and I do not want to lose any lures on my first time. I am changing angle a little bit because I do want to just try and get it in that little gap there, as close as I can anyway, without getting caught. Let's not do anything stupid now. Right, I'm thinking I'm going to do about 10 more casts here, maybe 10 more at the next one, and we'll see if we can get to another bridge before it's dark. You know, I might stay out till it's a little bit dark, but I don't know what the fishing's like for pike at night, so we'll see. Is anyone missing a shoe? Come on. Everything but a fish. Right, I'm making this the last spot because after this it's going to be too dark for you to be able to see what I'm doing anyway. So, well, I might do a little bit off camera and I'll just let you know if I catch something. But yeah, probably the last 10 minutes I'll be doing on camera. Okay, so I've decided to call it there. It's dark outside and it started to get cold fast. It's now down to 1C. I'll call it there. It's much too dark to see anything. So, I mean, I learned a bit about casting at least. At least I got some practice doing that. But, you know, nothing caught. But I'm not mad because, you know, I saw my old school friend and he said he hadn't caught anything in 4 weeks. So, you know, next time I come, I'm going to be going to a different spot, definitely. Probably somewhere a bit more wild, where it's proven that fish are caught on the regular. I'm not going to get the practice in of catching or even holding a pike unless I actually catch one. So, apart from getting a phone, I got nothing. Maybe an old boot as well, but that's it. So, thanks for watching. Tune in next time, and hopefully next time we'll get a fish. And that's not all that will be on the channel. So, take care.